Okay guys, this is the Shred Druid. We're just gonna test some speed runs here. See how it goes and see if we can figure out some more of the mechanics. Like, one thing is for sure, like, the auto aim on this build is insane. It'll reach insane speeds, and this might be a potentially very strong starting class for the next Season 1 that starts here in a few days. And you can see me, I can just dash almost all the time. I think this is... There will be one more on the other side. There's a sentry that we missed. You see, we can just like dash like crazy from left to right. And the shift click just auto aims with the shred. Fucking nuts. And sometimes we need to like play a bit around with our vulnerable, as you can see. But this is really fast. Now we can try it on higher tiers later as well. Now we just need to chill for 20 seconds, man. Oof. But here, like, look at this melted packs. Okay, they're all that. Move on. I'm gonna aim at the damage reduction, guys. I mean, it just auto targets them anyway. Like once you hover the mouse. Just have some good shred attack. And that is the dungeon. Boom. And I'm still leveling some of my glyphs. Oh, 40%. I'll take that one. Exclamation mark shred for the build. I'm gonna put the stuff in the description. This is amazing. This feels really smooth to play, and we can just do another more wood real quick. Like 50 is kind of always our benchmark. I'm using Blooded Beast in this build, yes. I'll go over the gear in a second, because we changed quite a bit. Also max movement speed at all times, of course, because we are Druid and we are Werewolf and max movement speed and everything unstoppable, all is permanent. Of course, we are playing a Druid. Now we have Conduit, oh no. And you know, like when you have a good build, it's when Conduit feels like a downgrade. You know? Like, look, this just takes me way longer than without Conduit. Legendary will get mailed to us. That's when you know that you're playing a proper build, whenever Conduit feels like slower than your normal build. That's the moment you know. Look, this guy's running and I can just use him as a... You get there faster. And now it's perfect, we just need to slay all enemies. You can use your generator if you're running out of resources, you can just hold down your generator for a second. And then you get them back real quick. You see, like, my damage is not that great when I'm just attacking. Like, the best damage you do is if you keep dashing and proc the various effects of our Grizzly Rage and Shred. You just want to be dashing at all times if possible. It feels really good. And I mean, you can perma-dash. But sometimes Generator is good because your lucky hits with the Generator is a Storm skill. They reduce your Grizzly Rage, your ultimate cooldown. Yeah, that's pretty fun. Now we just have Grizzly Rage again. We blast this guy. And we finish the last objective. And yeah, dungeon is done. So let's run one more just for good measure. PoE build. I don't know. Hey, thanks for the support. So nuts and curse events? Yeah, probably. I mean, I didn't check here, but I think curse events are pretty sick with this one as well. Let's do like Alderwood. Alderwood has the suppressors, and there sometimes the mechanic is a bit wonky. We'll see. There's a lot to do in D4, guys. Dude, like, we're just testing new builds every day. If you say you're done, man, have you played all 5 classes? You're gonna have a lot of fun, man, just testing another class. You're like, feel like done with your main class. Just try another class, man. They all feel amazing. Just the playstyle in general, it just feels so pork, dude. Here we just got Grizzly Rage. Get some movement speed, and the Grizzly Rage gives us the max movement speed for free. Here you see it on these guys sometimes. I think Suppressor is not working 100% with this for some reason. I've not done all the mechanic testing, but here you see these packs in one shot, and then the Oppressor one just stands there for a second. So. But yeah, we'll go back to that guy whenever we can make him run. Okay, maybe if you dash from in the Suppressor bubble. Yeah, okay, you need to dash from within the suppressor bubble. If you start your dash outside of the bubble, you might run into some issues. Suppressor, man. It's the same on Whirlwind Bar, dude. You have to like start spinning in the bubble. And it is what it is. Little suppressor guy. Spam all your nature skills. There's no enemies here. We get them in. And yeah, we just blitz through and everything dies but the suppressor maybe. And this one I'll dash in. And the crazy thing is you don't even have to aim at the monster, like it just auto aims for you. Pretty nuts. And the boss, I have not really figured out complete best strategy yet. For sure having some Grizzly Rage. I mean, he dies pretty fast either way, even if you don't do the dashes, right? Like, I didn't even do it there. But yeah, this build is blasting, guys. The auto aim from the aspect? No, it's just a skill, as far as I know. Okay, let's do one more. I think we just got a Canal's key. That we can use, and then we have like a good 4 runs, and then we go over the build. There's also like some bit of variance here from Canals. Yeah, there is something with the poison where you can item change, but we're not doing this. In the speed variation, you don't need to do any of that. This just works, guys. Like, you just need to dash. Dash and not like our main source of damage is not the poison right now, just the shred normally. Yeah, like here we have a kill all objective, so it just auto aims at all the monsters. And all we need to do is move the mouse and hold shift occasionally, and obviously press 1, 2, 3 whenever it's up, whenever we want to. And this just should be able to get these like through all objective like super efficiently. Because yeah, well, it just auto aims on them. You see, sometimes a spirit, like whenever like Grizzly Rage is down, you need to be a bit mindful of your resources. That shouldn't happen all too much. Here we can auto aim again. Like, you just need to aim near the monsters. You see this? I'm not even aiming on the monster. Saw that there? I'm just auto aiming, like, I'm just aiming like near it, and it just puts me on the monster. Fucking crazy. Okay, and it's done. Go Grizzly Rage, so we have max movement speed. We have fast beer. Okay, and we kill this thing here quickly. Boom, it's dead. Here we go. Objective number 3. We just run at the speed of light. I mean, that's how it should be. Dash. Shred. And we have Butcher. I think we got one shred in from range. Now we need to see like when he's not vulnerable. The damage is not super insane when he's not vulnerable. Oh, he dropped quite a few keys though. But yeah, you can like make him vulnerable and then dash away to trigger the shred dash attack. It just does more damage. Let's see what the last guy is around here. He's right here. Using a foul Grizzly Rage. And the dungeon is done. A very fun to play build, guys. Like I said, you can just dash at your heart's content. If you're familiar with D3 Dash Monk, it's a bit similar. This one. Pretty cool stuff. Right, there's the Shred build. I made a couple changes to the build I posted yesterday, so let's go over it. Tempest Raw still unchanged. Chest still unchanged. Tempest Raw gives us good spirit, and Chest gives us here shapeshift damage reduction, and there is a unique chest that you can play. It gives you +2 wolf skills. I just don't have it yet. It also gives you movement speed. If you're not at the cap yet, I have movement speed on my millet, so I'm already at cap. But you can also consider playing the wolf chest with the +2. And I made some changes here. Shred seeks out poisoned enemies. You deal instant damage to them. And I'm proccing my poison with the poison claws on my ability tree here. And then we have the disobedience. This one gives us a lot of armor. Our poison is a dot. Every time it ticks, basically, we get more armor. Pretty insane. This one helps us with movement speed. We are always unstoppable with our Grizzly Rage. It just makes it unstoppable, and well, it almost is permanently because we can reduce its cooldown with our Storm skills, like Storm Strike, and we also gain a bunch of Spirit with our Storm Strike. Then we have the Gibbons here. This one just gives us 100% crit chance basically whenever we kill an enemy, and we are doing speedruns, so we're killing enemies, as you saw, pretty frequently. Good stuff here. So this weapon is insane. Then we have, whenever we crit with core skills, again we have 100% crit chance, we get 25% attack speed bonus, and we can just shred like a maniac, basically. Then we have this one, very important, duration of Grizzly Rage increased by 5 seconds, and this one also gives you 1000 crit damage whenever it's stacked. So it's one of the best aspects in the game. And then here I have a low roll right now, because I used all my max rolls on the amulets for the Bulwark Druid, but you can improve here a bit and have less resource issues, and even a bit more movement speed when you have a better roll of this. I just don't have it yet, because I used it again on the amulet. And then on the amulet here we have critical strikes with Shred, deal, inflict based amount of lightning damage. This is where the main part of all damage comes from. And yeah, it's rocking like crazy. Spirit Boons. Right, this is what we used right now. Damage reduction. Then we have attack speed. You could also use crit chance, but you don't really need it. I think attack speed is the best choice. Extends the duration of our ultimate skills. Again, this is for Grizzly Rage. We get some insane healing because we always crit. Our shapeshifting skill, that is Shred. And Calm Before the Storm. Like, we have a bunch of nature skills as well that help us to reset our ultimate cooldown. Like Nature Magic. Like, this one works the best with Storm Strike with our crazy attack speed. Into the skill tree. Pretty much unchanged, I think. Storm Strike. A lot of damage. Shred stacked. You put as many points in the gate here until you have 200% movement speed when you're in Grizzly Rage. For me, that's 2 points. Really good stuff. A bunch of defensive skills here. This one gives us even more attack speed. Like Druid is a very tough guy if you skill all this defensive. Like, we are like basically unkillable in these tiers anyways. This one is for extra vulnerable. Duration of Hurricane increased. Hurricane helps us a lot. And yeah, it gives us the slow effects, gives us like more toughness even. And then here you need to make a choice. You can either play Toxic Claws or you can play Envenom. But Envenom is like basically a grandfather, just as a passive, so it gives us a 1.6 crit multiplier. Toxic Claws is very useful if you want to kill Lilith, and then you just melt her. It's insane. There's been a couple clips you can see. I'll probably put them in the description as well. Pretty insane stuff. Well, then you get your Fortify here. You need Fortify for your various damage multipliers. Grizzly Rage, obviously, that's the big one. And sometimes you see like these insane hits. It's when Ferocity hits here on every 6 werewolf skill attack. Pretty insane. Another 1.7 multiplier. And Paragon boards, we're not like insanely optimized yet. There's definitely some changes I think I will be doing to this board. But I think this pathing is pretty efficient. Because we get the heightened mallet, and this one can double dip for us. Yeah, the Druid has like insanely strong passives basically. This one we probably don't need, Thunderstruck, because our main skill is not a storm skill. But we have like a very, very strong crit multipliers and very crazy naughty with Tempest on the end. Undaunted, Spirit, Fang and Claw, and Ancestral Guidance. Still a lot of stuff to optimize here, that's for sure. Probably also don't need some of these. We'll see. Spirit on Kill is pretty nice though, and I think there's actually... Maybe I'm gonna put some points in Spirit on Kill. That sounds pretty interesting for the speedruns. Like, there's definitely more stuff here. More knowledge to obtain. I just wanted to make this overview. You guys enjoy. That's the blasting material with our beast. Shred Druid. Goes insane. This build can hit up in the triple-digit millions. We've even seen billion crits. But yeah, we'll see what happens with that. It's pretty crazy. Pretty wild out here. Yeah. If you liked this video, make sure to subscribe, leave a like or a comment. I'm also live on Twitch almost every day, so come and say hi.